Hi there, Cancer Leo. Welcome to my channel. If you are already a subscriber or have been here before, welcome back. Something interesting on the bottom there, the devil. We're going to do your relationship reading for December 2019. Whenever you're watching this, it's perfect timing. Cancer Leo. This is for you and the person that you're thinking about. Let's see what the energies are. See what's going on. Doing cusp readings because I enjoy that. I enjoy offering that right now. There's not many out there. And some people find it really resonates with them. So see what you think. Cancer Leo, December 2019. Reading this first round in the upright, and then I will clarify. Wheel of Fortune is your energy coming into this period. You see your person as the Seven of Cups energy. You feel about them the Hermit. They're in the energy of the Two of Discs. They see you as the Three of Discs. They feel about you death. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Cancer Leo. Take a deep breath. The energy between the two of you is the Three of Wands. Potential challenge is the Eight of Cups. And the advice is the Moon. Outcome during this period, Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy, interestingly enough, is the Four of Wands. And we will take it from there. So let's see what's going on here. What's going on? So, all right. Okay, it's important that we get a glimmer of this Four of Wands and hold our aspirations to why this is an undercurrent. So I think the undercurrent of the Four of Wands is certainly things are moving, changing. Something may have just happened where something big has just happened in this relationship, and it's shifting. The Four of Wands comes up when we are about to gain greater stability in a relationship, building on something, wanting to build on something, wanting greater stability. So interestingly, the joint energy is the Three of Wands. So this idea of, waiting for your ships to come in, having certain expectations, knowing what you need, knowing what you want, maybe raising the bar on something. So, but going from the Three of Wands to the Four of Wands is an actually really good thing. So we'll back into this, but it actually is telling me that whatever has happened between you and this person, you both have come to learn that you have certain expectations and want a certain future, that being one of greater stability, something to build on. And it's possible that in this very moment, that's not showing up as you would like. Okay. So because you're kind of coming into this period in the Wheel of Fortune, there's been change. This is definitely, the world has dealt you some change. For the most part, it could be positive change. And even if it's been chaotic, it can still be positive change. We know that, right? And that's kind of like what happens when old things die off and new things come in, or when we have a tower moment and something's shaken, that change can be a good thing. And truthfully, there's nothing but change. There's no such thing as zero change. So you are in the element of change, and in the universal way with the Wheel of Fortune, it's divine timing change. It's not something that maybe you necessarily can have a heavy hand about. Just recently it was something that maybe happened without your direct impact to it, or that you feel that it's not, in the very near future, something that you can, manhandle your way through. Pardon that expression. So you see your person in the Seven of Cups. You see them as somebody who might have a lot of options, somebody who might be a little of a fantasy to you right now, unrealistic. a bit of an illusion. Maybe that's kind of what has changed for you, is you're kind of seeing the writing on the wall by a little bit, but you see the person being maybe they're still in the illusion of things. You feel about them that you need to go within. You feel that you do need some insight, that you do need to gain some perspective here about the situation. Your person is either in a chaotic and busy period, or could be needing to make a decision and juggling more than one option. Could be more than one person. We will see. And the situation with this infinity for me is sometimes that it's an infinite connection, or maybe a recurring pattern that this person has gotten themselves into, or with you into. They see you as the Three of Pentacles. So they see you as building, growing, maybe being focused on work, learning, maybe seeking counsel. They may not see you as the partner in the building and growing right now, only saying that because they feel that change is afoot, that big change is afoot, that an ending needs to happen. And I'm not saying that it doesn't always need to mean that the end of a relationship is happening. It could be that an end of a phase needs to happen. Because, the two of you have the energy of seeking something better, planting seeds for the future, waiting for your ships to come in. It's patiently waiting to gain control back again over something. I don't know if it's going to be together or not. You do both want stability. Your obstacle is the Eight of Cups. So one of you maybe is deciding to move on, and that feels like an obstacle, or truthfully, maybe holding on too tight is the obstacle, and not releasing enough to explore emotions and to explore possible spiritual fulfillment is the obstacle. Because the advice is tap into your emotions, tap into your all sides, light and dark. Find out what you think is missing. Tap into your intuition. That is, go in the watery depths of the moon. And if you're feeling hurt, feel the hurt. That's, I think, the moon goes through phases. So, and the Wheel of Fortune continues to turn. And change always means a new phase coming. So I think the advice here is saying you need to feel your feelings, and you need to, not go off the rails with them, but definitely allow them to transfer and transmute whatever this period is. The potential outcome is you may in this period feel a little bit more defensive. There might be some defensive energies, or maybe you're just defending the ground you've gained. In the Six of Wands, what comes right before this is a victory. So the Seven of Wands could be like, I'm not accepting the things that don't go with me anymore. I'm kind of pushing back certain number of offers here, and I'm being very selective. I'm going within Hermit energy, So you're being very careful and very selective. And you should be. And you should be. So the only major arcana here are, interestingly, well, not the only, you have 4. You have the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit. They're feeling some sort of closure needing to happen, change needing to happen in the Death card. And you're also being advised to tap your intuition and feel your feelings, process through it. Be willing to go to the light side, be willing to go to your dark side. And this is definitely coming out, the Death card. So I just have to tell you, it's like literally popping out of my deck. So a change is afoot. Change is afoot. Wheel of Fortune, your side of the change here. You're definitely feeling like the change is happening. What's happening there? Ace of Swords. Maybe you learned some truth about why an offer wasn't coming through, why somebody did not accept an offer. You see your person having other options, having many options, or being a bit more not grounded, maybe living more in their illusions. Why do you see them as the Seven of Cups? You see them coming out of the cold and coming out of their independence. They're coming back together and they're wanting to do something. And I think that you're seeing them as maybe having options. Maybe you're seeing them, hanging out with different people, wanting to be social or wanting to date more than one person. One more card on that. Why do you see them as the Seven of Cups and coming out of isolation? They're not learning a lesson, and the chapter's not ending either. So for them, the chapter's not completely ending with the World in reverse. They're not learning all the lessons, but you feel the Hermit. You feel like you can manifest, and you're going to maybe not even evaluate this right now. You need to go and deal with yourself and create what you want to create. It may even be independent of this relationship, is what I'm feeling. They're in the Two of Discs energy. And I got the Death card again and the Moon in reverse. They want to end the madness. They want to end the fear. They're feeling that the juggling is chaotic for them, and they want to end some kind of phase they're in. And that's like, very clear. They see you as the Three of Discs. They actually see you being successful in the recent decisions you're making and taking off your blindfold and having a realistic view of things. They feel that's been successful of you recently, that you're building in an area that can be successful for you and you're making good decisions. I think they admire you to some degree. They do feel change is afoot. Change needs to happen. Something needs to end here because it was not producing a new opportunity. Maybe this person is immature. Maybe there was a boredom factor here. I'm not sure. But they're ending something because reverse Queen of Pentacles. Maybe they thought there was some selfishness involved. Maybe they're being selfish. Maybe they're being selfish and not communicating, but rather just choosing to end something. Maybe they don't want to create conflict or face conflict. Or maybe you didn't want to create conflict or face conflict. You do have the Three of Wands as a mutual energy. Wow. Manifesting, regaining balance, tolerance, patience, temperance. Don't know if it's together, but both of you want to be in create mode. And it's a spiritual vibe between the two of you. And I just want to understand why. Yeah, it's healing. That's amazing, 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 and beautiful. Whatever you've been through is catalyzing and instigating and creating a healing period, a creating connection. So even if it was hurtful, it's creating an evolving, abundant opportunity and healing period with the two of you. The challenge of moving on to the Eight of Cups is it could be feeling stagnant, that it is hard to move on from. The reality is hard to accept. Yes, it can absolutely be. It can absolutely be that the reality is hard to accept. And it's hard to accept that maybe there was not an equal give and take. The advice is the Moon. Trust your intuition. Go within. Feel your feelings. Get past the fear. There's complex emotions here. I mean, there's a positive mutual vibe of healing that will be happening. You need to feel your feelings of, and offer, lack of forgiveness. There's like a pent up, immature vibe between the two of you. Page of Cups in the reverse, Page of Swords. There was a withholding of emotion or withholding of an apology. And that's the kind of truth of the matter. And it caused some poking at the wound for you. So I think that the advice being that you have to feel those feelings to get past them. You're going to have to feel those feelings to get past them. And there's been some selfishness, maybe even some manipulation. The potential outcome during this period is to be on the defense by some, getting more realistic about a past situation that you may have been idealizing and dropping the burden. And again, the Four of Wands just being an undercurrent, because that's, I think, what is the desire right now, is seeking stability and a new opportunity. And we have the Hermit again, going within. The new opportunity should be informed by more spiritual development, by what you really want and need, and what will make for your best future and your best self. Let's pull some Romance Angels cards for you. Cancer Leo for December 2019. What else? Let's see. Waiting for divine timing is at work in your love life. Gee, you think? Divine timing. Retreat, hermit, hermit, hermit. It's time to disconnect from the world. I think that's not with a person. I think that's for you personally. And stay optimistic. Beautiful, beautiful. You do have optimistic energies here. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So absolutely beautiful reading, even though you're in the swirl of some chaotic and highly emotional times, Cancer Leo. So there's a lot of optimism here, a lot of healing coming and abundance coming. It looks like you're going within will spur some of that, and your ability to accept and have faith in divine timing will help with that as well. Will help with that as well. So let's see. What is the other tarot that I can pull for you? Cancer Leo. The World. This is the end of a chapter, but it's very optimistically the end of a chapter. Something needs to integrate, some lessons need to be learned, and a new beginning. Ace of Water, which is Ace of Cups. And a new beginning can be created after the ending. And Three of Fire. Three of Wands is the energy between the two of you. Three of Fire is the Three of Wands right here. So waiting for your ships to come in. What can you anticipate? What kind of bar can you raise? What kind of standards can you set that are higher and more, just more appropriate for you and more optimistic for you coming out of the phase that you've been in. So very, very, very positive reading, even despite the change in some of these chapters ending. Learn the lesson, feel your feelings, integrate them, spend that time on you. And maybe that's what this December is about for you, Cancer Leo. I mean, it's not to say you can't be celebrating with friends and enjoying the holiday, but it's definitely indicating that some of your best results are going to come out of going within. So do what you do to do that, whether that's time in nature, whether that's time with, some quiet time or downtime, or what you do to have a more meditative moment, journal, whatever you do that works for you. So I wish you a lot of luck with that. Let me know how this goes or what you're, resonating with or not. And I hope to see you soon. Thank you.